Ladies and gentlemen, and of course, members of the Sonning Junior Golf Club section, welcome to the 2015 presentation evening, albeit a little bit later, which was my fault because the previously arranged date was my birthday. And I got a special treat in that Karen let me take everyone out for a meal, which was great. So hence the reason we are a little bit later. So although we are running late, we are here to celebrate the achievements of the juniors, as always. And we'll also be touching on our sponsors, but not a word from our sponsors, just a word about our sponsors. Okay. Once more, they have generously supported the junior section, and quite clearly we need to mark that this evening. So, before we start the celebrations, we are going to have a snack meal, which Chelsea and Ollie will be bringing through in a second. Immediately after, I call on our club captain, Mr. Derry Lewis, to say grace. Derry.
No.
No.
If you'd be upstanding, please, ladies and gentlemen. For what we are about to receive, may the Lord make us truly thankful. Amen.
Amen.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Sonic Junior section, welcome once more to the junior section presentation evening. So go on then, it's a little bit lower key, be truthful. How many of you were hoping this would not be in front of me? No chance, people, no chance. So I can only apologise for letting you down, but to be honest, this evening wouldn't be right without a few words, well, nearly 4,000, from my good self. Not that I've counted them, the machine does that for me. So, would you believe this is the third time we've gathered here together in this format to celebrate the success of the junior section here at Sonning Golf Club. The starting role is, as usual, going to be played by the juniors. However, as with most successful people, there is a hard-working, dedicated support team who largely go unnoticed. The continued success of the section would not be possible without the support of that team. Support from so many people in so many ways, such as Sonning Golf Club. Through what we see here in front of us, the majority of the trophies provided tonight have been bought by the club for the junior section. There is also Morag Campbell, Anne Widdis and Yvonne Jacobs, both the Hobbs and Watcham families, and Stuart Crosley, our owner, through the provision of the major competition trophies. Our clothing sponsors, Peter Hodges, Sean Donovan and Andy Mack. Sonning Juniors are still the best dressed team in the Thames Valley Junior Golf League. They are also the envy of the other teams, as each of the Sonning Juniors is presented with a match ball before they tee up at the start of every Thames Valley Junior Golf League match. The Titleist Pro V1 golf balls, clearly logoed with the Sonning Junior team, being very kindly supplied by first team captain Mark Hobb. Our general manager Guy, who is, to be fair, over the past few years worked hard in the background to ensure that we are able to have a celebration evening like tonight, and also to make sure that I am in the right place at the right time as far as fixtures and matches are concerned. Just two of the many contributions that Guy has made to our section. Thanks, Guy. Very importantly for me, he has been a great sounding board, and just over 3.5 years ago it was through a conversation with Guy that these evenings were born. So it's great to have people like that behind you. There's Jonathan and Clive, who give up their time and advice to the juniors either on the range or on the course, sometimes even in the pro shop when they're knocking a ball around with a putter. But it's generally on the prices of the chocolate. Needless to say, I cannot miss out my very own oracle. The man who put up with me starting most conversations with the words, "I've had an idea." And also someone who gave me a good listening to on so many occasions. Mr. Captain himself, Derry Lewis. Clearly a shining example of how to get on in life despite being linked with me. Thank you, Derry. And finally, the most important support group of all, the juniors and their families. Without your support, this section would not be what we have made it over the past few years. Without the continued support of all of you mentioned, this celebration evening just would not be possible. So thank you so much. And so too tonight, when we mark the achievements of the Sonning Golf Club Junior section. At this stage, may I call on the services, see they have to work if they get here, of Guy and Derry, who will be in charge of making sure the right trophy is available for the right person, and also our 2016 Golf Club captain, Derry Lewis, will be presenting the trophy. Okay, thank you both. And so to the main event. During 2015, the juniors competed in a number of different competitions. Competitions that included monthly medals, Stapleford competitions, and of course, which I always find funny to say, our junior majors, whatever that means. Okay. The two match play events, introduced in 2012, I think it's fair to say, have stuttered a little in 2015. However, rest assured, we have given them a good talking to, and the end result is that they have agreed to come back fitter and stronger in 2016. Okay? So look out for that notice. On top of the competitions, there was also the Thames Valley Junior Golf League, including the Golfer of the Year and Team of the Year event. There was the Junior Order of Merit. However, sadly, not the adult versus the juniors match. I knew the juniors would have been running scared because we won one match the year before. Maybe this year they will be up to the challenge. Who knows? Time will tell. But as we did miss it last year, maybe we could play it twice. Who knows? Why have a gap? We will also hear about the majority of our competitions later in the evening, of the major competitions that is. And now for the presentation of the trophies. As usual, I will ask each recipient to step forward when their name is called. All of the competitions have a winner, obviously, and some a runner-up. Okay, we'll touch on that later. Starting with the Stableford competitions, of which there were two played during 2015. We played one in April, and the winner of that competition was Fraser McDonald.
Always good to be the first one up.
I don't want to photobomb anything. Or maybe I will as the night goes on.
Have another water.
Not surely.
It's in everyone. The other Stapleford competition was played for in July, and the winner was Matthew Roberts.
Well done, young man. Well done. Well done.
The runner-up in that Stapleford competition was Josh Waller, who is not here this evening, but we will obviously make sure his trophy gets to him. And now on to the monthly medals and the Campbell Scratch Trophy. However, very sadly, the event never took place last year. So, having racked my brain, and now that Derry's here, I can say I've had an idea. What I think we should do, because it is absolutely wrong to have did not play for 2015, I think we should have a junior championship in April when the white tees go out, and also in August on its assigned day. I think it's the right thing to do. I will leave it to John to talk with you guys. I'll just leave that on the table for you.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
Paul. Thank you. Feel that?
I love this bit. Tonight is so much easier. Okay, so finally, in terms of the competitions, we're now into our third year of the Junior Order of Merit, which is played for the Crossley Cup. A cup that is won by the club's most successful golfer in terms of Order of Merit points amassed throughout the season. It has been dubbed, and it has stuck, as the Sonning FedEx Cup, and was introduced to encourage the juniors to enter competitions throughout the year. Although there may still be work required, we do have a winner for 2015, and having played in the majority of the junior competitions throughout the year, our winner and the recipient of the Crossley Cup for the second year running is the junior captain, Fraser McDonald. Okay. At this stage, I'm going to move to the Sonning Golf Club Golfer of the Year. This is something that is awarded, not won, and it is awarded to the junior who, in my opinion, has contributed to the section as a whole and not just on the course. You know, it's important that we all pull together and that we all support the section. As always, never an easy decision to make. There's so much talent in the junior section, it really does make it hard. So, many things have happened throughout last year. We have had highs and lows, needed to dig deep and pull off what seems the impossible. All too often we came close but did not quite make it. Yet, through all of the disappointment, this person saw the light and still, I have to get it in, believed that success is just around the corner. Success itself can be measured in many ways. It's not always about winning or being at the top of the league. Sometimes it's about leading and being able to lift people when they look down and out. It is also about attitude and lending a helping hand and making people realise what they have achieved. It's about support for those around you and also recognising the achievements of others and being proud of those achievements as well. It is the way we accept things and move on, safe in the knowledge that you have done everything possible to bring success to those around you as well as yourself. That is what this person does and has done for the junior section. We have looked down and out at times as a team, and this player lifted us and pulled us through. He's a great talent, shoulder to lean on, and can put forward an opinion that makes you think. The Junior Golfer of the Year award for 2015 goes to James Brady. I'll embarrass him further now, actually, because those who don't know, young James has actually landed a job at the Wisley Golf Club and starts on 29th of February.
Well done for you. Well done.
I'll get an opinion after that. Moving to the Thames Valley Junior League. 2015 was a very mixed year in both the league and the Stags Trophy. It's true to say the one thing that came through was true grit and determination from all of the juniors who represented Sonning Golf Club in both of these events. In the Stags Trophy, we made it to the second round. Some may say, so what? I say it was a fantastic achievement. And the reason I say that? Well, with 4 players in the Sonning team and up against a very strong team of 6 from Frilford Heath, our boys beat the odds and won the match. From a starting position of 2 matches down, we then won 3 and lost 1. Fortunately, the 3 matches we did win were by enough holes to take us through on goal difference. So, however, we did it and we made that second round spot at Wentworth, where, believe it or not, we narrowly missed out again. Shorter players, even at Wentworth, we went there, we played well, and 4 out of the 5 games went to the 18th hole. So that is not too shabby in my book, and something that should be deemed as a big success for Sonning Golf Club. The league itself was no different in terms of numbers. We played 6 matches, and in all but one started with at least 1 less player. Yet we finished a creditable 4th. We achieved a score, a nice little hat-trick of 2-2-2, that's wins, losses and draws. But again, the losses and the draws were down to starting the matches from a negative position. Losing by the odd half point or the single point was the story of our year. However, I still see it as a big success with what they achieved, and the way they fought through was fantastic. So once more, the team have given Sonning Golf Club good reason to be proud of them. The fighting spirit they have is certainly something that we should all be proud of. I know I am. Very well done, boys. As a token of thanks from the club, I would like to ask all of those who took part in the matches and represented the club to come forward and accept a small memento to mark their achievement. If you could come forward, led by your 2015 junior captain, Fraser McDonald. And then Matthew Roberts.
Oh, see, there you go.
Aaron Siddell. Seb Jones isn't here. Josh Waller isn't here. Jack Green. Josh Howard isn't here. And James Brady. Fraser.
Yep.
Team photo.
Jack Green. That's Jack Green.
Well done, Jack.
Well done, young man. Good to have you.
James Brady there.
James.
Okay, if you guys could just stay there for a sec.
Aaron.
Okay, good. In one of the matches, and this I think is a great story and a great example that someone showed on the day. We had a choice to make, a moral choice, to be perfectly honest. Do we put one of our youngest ever players out in a match with the possibility of losing that match by, let's be fair, 18 holes? If we didn't, we lost the match by 2 holes. Didn't get the point, but we only lost by 2 holes. And when you think of the importance of holes up, we could have made that decision. But the decision I took was to put our youngest player in to the team because he deserved it, for a start. He was keen, he was enthusiastic, and he really wanted to play. Okay? So we presented young Jack Green with a night dress, sorry, a team shirt, and off he went. Throughout the match, I always walk the course. I always talk to the players. I always find out what's happening. I caught up with Jack on the 4th. How's it going, Jack? 4 down, 4 down. But I get a shot here. I get a shot. Get a shot. Oh, okay, great. You know, caught up on the 7th. How's it going, Jack? Oh, 6 down. I halved the hole. You know, and it's like fantastic, great. And so it went on. I watched Jack's opponent playing off 21, outdrive James. Reasonable golfer. And yet Jack, throughout the 18 holes, never ever gave up. He lost the match, but his pride was very much intact. He actually lost the match 12 down, which was a fantastic achievement because at one stage it looked as though it was going to be 18, but he kept coming back, and you even won a couple of holes, didn't you? And that to me is a great example of a Sonning Golf Club Junior, and that's why we've got this successful team. Believe it or not, Jack, Aaron used to be shorter than you. Soon you won't need a stepladder to brush his hair. So it's what this team is about, and through that and the determination, they work hard together and they played hard together as a team. And over the past 3.5 years, we came close, didn't quite make it, but I'm so proud of you boys. So well done for that. Until I call you up again. It won't be long, believe me. Okay. Each year, the Thames Valley Junior League have their own Player of the Year competition. It's a competition based on all of the matches in the league. It's a point scoring system, all on the holes up that you win by, etc., etc. And a league table or order of merit is pulled together from that. In 2015, this competition showed just how close we were and how much we achieved was highlighted, with 4 of the top 5 places being filled by Sonning juniors. That's how close we were. Okay. The winner scored something like 18 points. Our guys all scored 14. And what decided the positions was holes up. That's all. So they played well, they fought hard, and they won hard as well. So of that order of merit, and if you just stay for the moment, we had in 5th place Aaron, 4th was Matthew, 3rd was Fraser. Now I know there's one more to come, and I'll get to him. We also had a different competition embedded in the Thames Valley Junior League. Every club has their own open. We had our own open for the Centenary Cup, which was won by Aaron. Each Thames Valley Junior League club invites juniors from other clubs to take part in their open. They then go along, and through that, the secretary of the league builds an order of merit for one player from every single club. Our player that won that order of merit was Aaron. So, Aaron, wait, whoa. It's coming. Okay. So it's an order of merit competition which rewards one player. So well done, Aaron, for that. And as a reward from the Thames Valley Junior League for their achievements, Aaron and Matthew have both won a cheque for £15 and Fraser a cheque for £20, which we would like to present to you this evening. Now you can come up.
Well done, young man. Don't spend it all at once.
Rest it wide.
Yeah, exactly.
Actual money this time.
Yep.
Well done.
Cheers.
That'll keep you going for a day or two.
Well done, boys. Returning to the missing player from the Thames Valley Junior League Order of Merit. Just like Thames Valley Junior League, Sonning Golf Club also has its very own Player of the Year. This award goes to the player who scored the most points for the team over the course of the season, and having scored a total of 14 points for Sonning Golf Club, gained from 4 wins from 6 matches. This player finished second in the Thames Valley Junior Golf League Player of the Year League, winning a cheque for £30, and Sonning's very own Player of the Year for the 3rd year running is Mr. Team Match Play himself, James Brady.
Well done. You're always doing my team.
Okay, and now for the main event of the Thames Valley Junior Golf League. Every year, Thames Valley Junior Golf League run a golfer and team of the year event. In 2015, we were the proud hosts of this prestigious event. The format was simple: individual scratch medal winner and team winner, based on the 3 best scores from 4 players. As with most things connected to the Thames Valley Junior League, it just would not have been right if we had managed to field a full team. Fielding just 3 players, we were up against it right from the very start. As it turned out, our team did actually have a 4th player. There was James, Aaron, Seb, and as it turned out, this guy called True Grit and Determination turned up to play for us. And as a result, everyone was on their A game. It was fantastic to watch. The day just turned out perfectly. Right from the very start, when Aaron took nearest the pin, was looking good. The shock of the day is that James won neatest card. No idea how. Can only be down to his mum. James also came second in the individual scratch competition, and Aaron won the scratch competition. So we had a winner in our midst. Something to do with the Thames Valley Junior League, and at last we've won something. And it just got better. Aaron winning by 2 shots with a fantastic level par round on the day, it must be said. And then, if that was the cake, the icing was soon to follow when, as would you believe, for the first time in 13 years, they only went on and won the Team of the Year competition as well. So, I know he wasn't there on the day, but I would like to ask Fraser to come up and take this wonderful shield as a mark of that team's win. And Aaron, James, come forward as well, please.
You come this side, James. Fraser this side. Aaron side. Put your hand on the trophy. Well done, boys.
Well done,
Well
boys.
done.
Yeah, we'll put it back in the Simply put, boys, that was a fantastic achievement. One player down, and yet we managed to win a scratch prize as a team. And it wasn't just either, we did win it by 4 or 5 shots, so it was a tremendous achievement. One of which I am exceptionally proud. I now move on where I start talking about people. And for those of you who have attended this evening in the past, you will be aware that, say, 3 years ago, we introduced a junior captain's drive-in. We have a captain's drive-in, a lady captain's drive-in. Why shouldn't we have a junior captain's drive-in? So we put it on the table, put it on the table to Guy. Guy supported it, and the rest is history, as they say. As with the previous couple of presentation nights, yes, we kept that ball. So, Fraser, as a small memento from the club, could you come up and collect your drive-in ball from Derry?
Know where the gold is as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was at the mark on it from here.
If you could just stay there, Fraser, when I say a few words, I don't want your mum and dad getting angry.
Say it.
Yeah. When I have a go at you, I'm not gonna. Yeah. Okay. So, Fraser, it must be said that the job you've done in 2015 has been great. Quietly getting on with things, encouraging the section in your way, leading by example by entering as many competitions as your time would allow, smiling, even when you hit a bad shot. No, okay, I lied. But at least you smiled eventually. Yeah. Even although you were annoyed. Without a doubt, you've been a credit to this golf club. At the matches both home and away. Believe me, the green staff, the caterers, were pleased to hear your words at the end of the day. All the time. Importantly though, we all had a safe journey home as well. Thanks to your kind wedgies. Yeah, sorry. Needless to say, I jest. You handled yourself extremely well, and you have every reason to be proud of yourself. After all, it's not easy talking in front of a lot of people. Believe me, I know. In 2015, you motivated the team to, quite frankly, punch above their weight on many occasions and managed to pull off some remarkable results. For all of that, I am grateful and proud of the job that you have done as Sonning Junior Captain. Your approach to the section has made a difference, and like the previous junior captains, during my tenure, you have taken the section forward. Thank you for your help, your enthusiasm, and that smile. Without a doubt, you have been an asset to me and the section, and with that, I would like to say thank you. heard Fraser would like to say a few words as well.
Right, good evening everyone. First I'd like to start off by thanking Sonning Golf Club for giving me the opportunity to be junior captain. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank my fellow captain Paul Gold for all the help and encouragement he has given me throughout the year. I feel that this year has been relatively successful considering the number of juniors that we have within the club. We started the year off by beating Thrillford Heath 4-2 in the stag matchway after being 2-0 down at the start of the day. We showed good consistency throughout the year as we won 2, drew 2 and lost 2, which wasn't a bad achievement considering we started most of these matches behind. Also, I'd like to say a big congratulations to Aaron Siddell on winning the Golfer of the Year. It was a really big achievement and you played very well to do that. Furthermore, it was good to see that juniors competing at such a high level, especially in the men's competitions, and a great example of this again is Aaron Siddell in the Club Champions where he came out to win that. This was a great achievement and hopefully he will continue his good form in the next coming years. This shows that the juniors we have at the club play at a very high level and can compete with the best, which is really good to see. Personally, I cannot stand here without acknowledging someone who I do not always see eye to eye with, but I know has my best interests at heart. Therefore, a special thanks must go to my dad for helping me, carrying me, not only just me, but other juniors to and from events and standing in for Paul when he was unable to attend.
No trophy for you.
Finally, I'd like to say a really big thanks to Paul Brady, not just this year, but for many years he has spent helping to improve the junior section at Sonning Golf Club. I don't think many of us would be here today without your help, Paul, so thank you very much. On behalf of the junior section, I'd like to present you with a small token of our appreciation.
Trophy.
Just for me to say thanks again for everything that you've done for me over the last few years. Cheers, Paul.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Pardon? Oh,
I just missed that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about
Cheers.
that, guys.
I'd now like to introduce the 2016 junior captain, Matthew Roberts, and I hope you have a successful reign and enjoy the captaincy as much as I have done.
I must admit, when I joined the club as a junior some 5 years ago, I never thought that I would be in this position. And I am only in this position due to the help and commitment of several people whom I would like to thank this evening. Firstly, I would like to thank Fraser for being a great captain of the junior section through the last year. Not only was his golf game pivotal to the team's success, but also, and perhaps more importantly, his leadership. I personally am looking forward to the challenges that lie ahead, and for the juniors and to filling the big shoes left by Fraser. Secondly, I would like to say a huge thank you to Paul. The influence he has had on this section will never be forgotten. He brought us from not winning, in fact not having a chance to win a single game, to being, well, in my mind, firm favourites to win the league. I've put in countless hours, perhaps even countless days, into the section. At this point, I would also like to add my thanks to Andy MacDonald and Mark Hall for the support they've given the section over the last couple of years. Now, not only would I like to thank Derry for all the help and assistance he has given the juniors over the last few years, but I would also like to wish him the best of luck in his year of captaincy. And of course, with the changing of the guards comes a new organiser, so I must also extend a huge thanks to John 18 for taking on the role of junior organiser, whilst also wishing John all the best in his new role.
Thank you very much.
Finally, I would like to leave you all with a quote which I think sums up the attitude of the junior section at this club. When you're surrounded by people who share a strong commitment around a common purpose, anything is possible. Therefore, I believe with continual and sufficient commitment to the junior section at this club, I think that we can finally complete our quest of winning the league. Thank you.
Reins were passed on to John 18, who I'm sure will do a great job and support the section in just the same way as I have. For those who don't know John, this is the man.
Yeah, I'm going to stand
If
up.
he can stand up.
Hi guys, look forward to working with you.
To let you know, John and I have already started to transition everything. This, as I say, is the final event for me. We will get together with the rest of the league as well next week, and that will be that handover. And following that, there'll be the official handover, and all the emails will then be coming from John, Guy. To Guy, to you.
Together.
Okay, so you get that from John to Guy to you. Guy to you. Anyway. So, with that, you'll be pleased to know we're almost at the end. I've only got another 27 pages. So,
You might have.
so it's almost time to bring the evening to close. In wrapping up things, I would like to say thank you first of all to Zoe in the office. I know she's not here. However, Zoe has been great over the past 3.5 years, and she's one hell of a negotiator, but we did manage to get the buns with the burgers. So, we did. So, in wrapping things up, we have to mention Amanda and her team. Tonight, led by Andy at the front, along with Chelsea and Ollie, and also Rob in the kitchen. And again, that's not just for tonight, but the past 3.5 years for us. Thank you also to Sonning Golf Club for us allowing us to have this celebration. May it go from strength to strength. My thanks go to Derry and Guy for their help and guidance over the years, and also for the hard work tonight. I'm sure it was tough.
Very hard.
Thought so. It's tough being a captain. So, thank you also to Jonathan and his team. Yeah, and everyone who has supported the junior section through my tenure, and not least those of you who are here tonight. Thank you to the juniors and your families, because without one you don't have the other. Okay. So it's been great, and it's no understatement to say it. Without you guys, this would not happen. And finally, it will come as no surprise that the biggest thank you has to go to Karen, my gorgeous, gorgeous wife, okay, for her wonderful understanding of me continuing to leave, not to play golf, but would you believe to watch golf. Yeah, I think I've watched more golf than I have football over the past 3.5 years. I've certainly watched more than I've played, that's for sure. So, now that Karen has to put up with me at weekends, I would just like to make my own presentation to her. By the way, I lied. I said these were for someone else.
I'm going to film this.
Guy will video now. Can you video? It's video? It is video. It is video. There you go.
Oh, you gotta,
Oh, sorry.
That's the back of it.
we've never been photographed together since our wedding.
No, flowers.
Ooh. Just one more.
Thanks,
Okay.
Chris. Thank you.
Thank you.
darling.
Thank you.
Smile.
Right, nearly there.
He wouldn't kiss
So-
you, would he?
So, finally, as they say, in the words of Frank Sinatra, and they will be said, not sung, you will be pleased to hear. And now, the end is near. And so I face the final curtain. Regrets? Nah, none whatsoever. It's been a fantastic 3.5 years. You know, before signing off, I've got to say how much I've enjoyed the past 3.5 years. We, and I mean we, have achieved an awful lot in what is really a short time. At the start of this adventure, I was faced with a group of enthusiastic kids. I knew that because they were truly engaged with this wonderful game called golf. Pulling people like that along was the easy part. The difficult part was getting everyone else to buy into what we wanted to do. I remember the first junior AGM, all those years ago it seems. Some people believed that it was just for the kids. You know, they could stay in the bar and the kids will get all the information and then give it back to them. Didn't work that way. Having persuaded most of the parents, and thankfully it wasn't the parents in this room, so I can say this, having persuaded them that it was the right thing to do, they ventured into what was the unknown for us all and joined the AGM. And then they bought into what we were trying to do. Then along came you guys, and you also bought into what we were trying to do. If you recall, we started with a questionnaire. Taking time to ask kids what they wanted, I felt was important. Perhaps a bit off the wall, but it worked, as they soon realised that this section was all about them. Next, it was the big bad teacher figure. No, not Derry, but me. He was Mr. Nice Guy. There I was asking such outrageous questions all the time, such as, could you please put your bags up against the wall and not leave them all over the patio? You know, off they went, scurried away, and they did it. So, the next time, as I recall, I walked into the bar, said nothing, but had 4 or 5 juniors rushing past me to go put bags against the wall. I thought, progress, we're making it, we're actually getting there. And soon after that, all the bags were up against the wall every single time the juniors came to the club. No longer were the members tripping over them, which was a big achievement. The code of conduct followed. It's a fact that as people, we don't know what we don't know. Think about that. With the code of conduct, we made sure everyone knew what they needed to know, so as they could conduct themselves not only in the clubhouse but also out on the course. We tried to get you on board, and willingly both kids and parents obliged. Soon the juniors became the talk of the club for all the right reasons. Okay. Many of you may have heard Andy Mack call me by my true name, Sergeant Bilko. And needless to say, he is clearly Doberman. Believe it or not, he did not call me Bilko because of the way I look, but more down to the talent pool I was working with. Talent that has grown over the past few years. In the beginning, I referred to the juniors as kids. That was easy. When they turned up with their clubs, ready for another round of golf, the main goal was to have fun. The kids soon grew up, and with that they morphed into young adults. Thankfully, some things have never changed. The enthusiasm, the determination, the competitive spirit are all still there in abundance, and more importantly, the fun they have through playing golf has never left them. We are blessed to have such a lot of talent at this golf club. From a starting point, listen up here Jack, this is you. From a starting point of an average handicap of around 24 and a very worried look on the first tee that said, please don't hit it into that bunker, to today's position of a confident but not arrogant look of young successful adults. This section boasts some of the lowest handicaps in the club. The handicap range we have in our single figure bracket is from 6 down to 1 in the junior section. And if I'm not wrong in saying that 1 is probably the second lowest in the club, which is Aaron, as we know. Many other single figure players have left this section over the past 3 years, including our past junior captains, Cameron and Tom. A former junior captain will also be leaving the ranks of the juniors this year, and that is James, who himself is a single figure golfer. And of course we can say with pride, and I'll say this slowly, that we have the first ever junior to become the club champion. Well done, Aaron. All I can say, guys, is don't give them it back. From my heart, I truly believe the junior section, I knew I would crack up. It's Doberman's fault. Junior section has made a lot of progress in what is really a short space of time. Please continue with your positive mindset. Take this section to even greater heights. Support the section as it has supported you. Enjoy this wonderful game. This course is maturing as every year passes. And most importantly, continue to play golf with a smile on your face. Have a look at Fraser if you're in doubt as to how you should look. Okay. Thank you everyone for your support over the years. As I said at the beginning, behind every successful person, there is usually a great support team. And for me, you have all been part of that team. My support team. And most importantly, back to Frank, we did it our way. Thank you and good night.
Well done, that was very good. Very good.
Your captain's shirt to play in the league with.
Many congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
Wear it with pride. Wear it with pride.
Okay, thank you, thanks guys.